YouTube, what's going down? So how to not suck at dating apps? Well, the first question I need to ask you is, are you using a dating app? If your answer is yes, likely you just suck as a person. Now one might say, Ty, and they're gonna say it with their voice cracking. Ty, aren't you hypocritical because you met your girlfriend through a dating app? Yeah, sure, but this is about you and not about me. Stop trying to turn the tables here. Asshole. Now the truth is, over the past year and a half, 2 years, I've had a lot of different opinions on dating apps, and you've probably heard of a lot of them. Clearly you've heard of Tinder, maybe you've heard of Hinge, where you have to have a friend of a friend. Maybe you've heard of Bumble, where girls get to experience crippling rejection and have to say something first. Or you're on that new and know about Raya, which means you're either a supermodel or a white person. I don't know much about the app, I just know it's clearly not diverse. With that said, I've kind of gone through 3 stages of what I thought about these apps. Originally, I thought they were really fun because they're literally set up to be like a game. In fact, more often than not, I vividly remember being on my phone and have my friends crowd around me, we all kind of look at the pictures and we all kind of decide, yay or nay, you hot or not. And it's like a slot machine, you're just pulling that lever as many times as you can, and every once in a while you get a win. I think that's where my initial problem with these dating apps comes from. The friendly banter and the chase of trying to find someone is completely taken out in order to be shadowed by this instant gratification of seeing if someone just thinks that you're hot or not. Now clearly, if you're in a bar, you're gonna go up to someone that you think is attractive, and then you might try to spark something off. But here's the reason that I hated dating apps for a while, is that you get an opportunity now to craft yourself in a way that you are not at the bar. Because here's the difference. At the bar, you see someone, you think, oh my God, they're so attractive, I need to go say something. You either nut up or shut up. For the females, you either grab your ovaries or you get one of these. We're gonna figure out a way to make this as gender neutral as possible. But the point being is, through these apps, you're given the opportunity to speak and act like you would never in the real world. I promise you, not good at drinking straight drinks. Guys, I promise you, you're at the bar, your intro line isn't gonna be about showing your dick to that girl. Which for some insane reason, a lot of guys apply the fact that they think that these apps are clearly like a hookup app and think you can just straight up go into talking about your ball sack. And it's for these reasons that I started to really hate these apps, because when I was using them, I'm not gonna say I'm a Puritan. What I will say is that my only intention was not to hook up. In fact, that was an intention that was meant for down the line. The same type of intention that was meant for down the line when you're traditionally dating. Would it be sweet if you hooked up? Sure. More likely than not, will I be happy with myself emotionally if I wait a little bit longer and get to know this person? No shit. But that's where the lines get disconnected, because these apps are made out to be hookup apps, when really the best way to not suck at these apps is simply and clearly be thoughtful and go in with good intentions. Now, I'm not saying don't have some fun. I think it's clear that our generation is the most sexually liberated generation of all time. And in most cases, as long as it's 2 consenting adults that are on the exact same page and know exactly what they both want at the exact same time, sure, I'm for it. Use it in any way that you would like. But ladies, I can imagine it gets a little tiring, the same half-assed message over and over again with 0 effort, 0 try, just being like, hey, or just taking the message and going straight and directly into a sexual reference. Now, if it's funny, I mean, great, you're trying to be funny. If you're serious, you're a fucking skis-ball, man. And for my second point, the way to not suck at these apps is to remember there is a real person on the other side. A real person with feelings, with hopes and dreams, and maybe they're looking to bang, but maybe they're looking to connect. Maybe they're looking to try something new. Maybe they're looking to meet someone in their neighborhood because they just moved to town. Or maybe it's some combination of all of that. But to presume, to jump straight into a sexual situation is to make an ass out of you and me, as my father would say. You know that timeless saying, to presume makes an ass out of you and me. I can't even spell presume in my head, so I'm not clearly gonna look it up. If that actually makes sense, I'm a genius. Actually, what my dad says is, isn't that one of those apps? And it's clear that the misconception has risen all the way into people in their 60s. Now, it's clear that these apps allow for situations where the stakes are so insanely low. And this is also where it differentiates between a bar and an app. At a bar, the stakes are pretty high. You have to apply yourself. You have to get all that gusto and basically every single negative situation of actually talking to someone in real life, you have to do the opposite of and figure out how am I going to make this person attracted to me in this particular instance. On an app, you can say, hey, they don't respond, next person. With that said, it also gives you an opportunity to meet people you may never actually be able to have an opportunity to get in front of. So the third and final thing, if you don't want to suck at these dating apps, it's pretty simple. Ask them out for real. I see way too often conversations that are going on for days, for months on these apps, and these apps are meant to be a catalyst to meet someone and have a real connection with them. But to be clear, you can't just be a little baby boy about it. You need to be a manly boy about it. And all that really means is set a time, set a place, have it be one-on-one, and put some thought into it. Now, I'm not saying you need to have a bunch of money. In fact, I'm not even saying that you need to pay for the date. Ladies, let's be clear for a second. A lot of you make way more than we do, and on a totally separate banter, I think that the concept of chivalry is more about your intention and how you treat someone and less about a monetary value at a date. Now, am I gonna pay for you? Absolutely, because I'm making that YouTube money, bitch! I actually turn all my ads off on my YouTube channel because I don't want to make any money off of you guys. I think that it's great that you're somehow still watching me. But to simply pick a time, pick a place, and just nut up or shut up, or ovary it, or get ovary it, that's a good one, it's gonna show the other person that you are legitimately interested, that you're not just a sleazebag on the internet, and that you have the intention to actually create some sort of connection. Now, all in all, through dating apps, I've lived this very love-hate situation, and my bio, in fact, on Bumble said, how can you not trust a guy that's solely judging girls based on their looks rather than character? But somehow I got lucky enough to find a girl that replied to that in a very funny way, saying, I completely trust you, internet stranger. What would you like first, my social security number? And now we're actually dating. Now, clearly everyone's goal isn't to find someone they want to have a long-term relationship with. And that's why my question to you is, why do you use dating apps, and what are the positives and negatives that you guys see in your own dating app dating lives? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. In fact, I'm gonna reply to every single person that comments in the next 24 hours. Also, I haven't made YouTube videos in a long time if you haven't caught on. It's because I have a personal life. But within that personal life, I am trying to speak at South by Southwest in 2016 about digital brands and how brands can talk to youth in a better way and how they can do it authentically, even if they're not cool, because sometimes jumping on the bandwagon ends up actually making you more uncool. I could really use your help with this. I just need votes, essentially, and yeah, it's really inconvenient. You need to make an account and you need to press this thumbs up on the page, and if you're really cool, you could write a comment. But if you're interested in helping out, you can find the link down below. Also, if you'd like, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, I think's down there as well. And guys, as always, I love you. I'm in love with you. Don't think that's gone, because I have been gone myself for a while. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.